Hey, Mark Ronat. What's up? Hey, your settings in each channel? Oh. Oh, this is very weird. Hey guys. My schedule recently is gonna be pretty crazy. Just got a lot of life stuff going on. engine handles that stuff. Not too sure what you mean by compatible on PS4. And that stuff all gets translated to C++. Alright, see you, Jet. Hey, Bebop. Cool. Well, welcome everybody. Huh. Hold on, I just crashed it. One second. The game, I do change the hierarchy for the build that's in the game. Hey. Yeah, so I create actually an optimized version of the level, and that's the one that's run, and that actually that organizes everything. But I've actually not read the optimization article, so I'm not 100% sure what that's about. But there are other benefits to having a neat hierarchy besides optimization. Oh yeah, no, I saw it go up, I just didn't read it. Yeah, that process is automated. I do not go through it by hand. Yeah, as much as possible, I try to optimate. I try to automate. It just said optimate. That means automatically optimize. I try to automate all that. Yeah, well, there is actually... I'm keeping a devlog on the game. Yeah, once a game is done, I like to, you know, do an actual blog post about all the physics in the game, about, well, all the tech and the design. Why do you have such little faith? We've been, you know, I've been getting the game out there. We've been playtesting it, so getting feedback. It's happening, it's happening. Don't worry, guys. I got it. It's all good. It's all good. Children of the Nile. Is that a video game? As long as it, yeah, as long as it's YouTube. I don't play Nintendo music anymore. Nintendo really does not like it. Oh. Hey, Yosh Loki. Yeah, I think Amazon Prime still works. I think you just have to, you do have to renew it every month. Or you have to resubscribe every month. How am I feeling with it? Well, you know, I'm excited to be getting it out there, having people play test it. That helps a lot. I've got like a lot going on in my life at the moment. I might have to move. My landlord is interested in selling the flat I live in, but she hasn't like told me. I texted her, and you know, I'm like, you gonna sell or not? So she hasn't told me. It's kind of annoying. And you know, I might be running out of money soon. So I've got a. There are some options. I have to figure some stuff out there with like finance of the game. So I might have to have surgery. I hope not. It's nothing serious. I had surgery last year, and long story short, they found I had this like tumor here by my left clavicle that was removed, and it, you know, it turned out to be benign. It wasn't a big deal. And anyway, after that, there's like a little bit of a bump. I always just thought that was the scar tissue, but they're thinking it might be like a recurring thing or something, so they want to remove it. I don't know. I'm a little hesitant. They seem. I saw this doctor today, and he seemed very surgery happy. You know, it was like we barely talked, and he was like, "Yep, let's schedule for surgery." And I was like, "Dude, do you even know what this thing is? Like, did you look at my file?" I think some doctors are just like, "Oh yeah, let's cut you open, see what happens." So yeah, so I'm gonna go get some second opinions, because it was like, I think this might be, if you're in the US, this healthcare system might be more familiar to you, because like, you know, I've got like changed plans between this year and last year, so it's like but you just kind of get like moved from one doctor to another, and sometimes you like meet with them for the first time, and they're like asking you questions about the case, and you're like, "Did you read the report, dude?" Because from the questions you're asking me, it doesn't seem like you read my file. So yeah, and I think it's just a scar. I was like, shouldn't we like monitor it for another 6 months? If it gets bigger, then I'll have a surgery. But if not, yeah, I'm a little hesitant. But you know, that's just like another thing I gotta deal with, right? Hey, dude. and I don't have a car, and everything is on the other side of town, so it takes me, everything is like hour and a half there, hour and a half back. Not really. It's. I don't think it's necessary. It's just, remember how last year I had that tumor removed, but there's like a small bump left over, that I'm pretty sure is just scarring, because it was that scar. It was there after the swelling from the surgery went down. But this new doctor thinks it could be like that tumor recurring, like it's just growing back or something. So he wants to schedule me in like in the next 2 weeks, and I'm gonna get some second opinions. So, but you know, it's not in like a rush. It's just a tricky spot because it's right near my neck. But I did, and I had it removed. Yeah, but last year around October they thought it was my they said was yeah, originally they thought it was like my lymph nodes, which would have been cancer, and but it turned out to be just this like benign mass. So anyway, I don't want to seem like I'm just kind of complaining, because you know, it's just it's like every time, it's like sometimes with life you're just bored out of your mind, there's nothing going on, and then all of a sudden it's like everything starts happening all at once. Yeah, but I mean, it's not gonna help. It's like I just gotta deal with this. So it's like tomorrow I gotta call. I gotta research some doctors, get second opinions. You know, I gotta like talk to the place that did the scans and get a copy on the disc and like send it to. You know, I gotta get 2 copies, one to send to this guy and another for myself if I go get a second opinion elsewhere. You know, I need more funding for the game. I have to go look at apartments. Yeah, you know, like everything's happening all at once. So, but they're annoying problems. These are first world problem is more like. First world problem is like, I have 2 iPhones, but my designer jeans doesn't have enough pockets. Yeah. Anyway, one step at a time. Last year, but it was like last year was the same thing as well, right? It was like, last year was even worse because I thought I had cancer, and they had me doing a bunch of tests. So, at least it's not that. Hey, Sky Dreamer. But yeah, you know, that just... I feel like life just comes in cycles. It just like... You're really bored, and then when things happen, they happen all at the same time. But making the game, that's my happy place. Yeah, well, you should do more research into this, obviously, but I think student loans are one of the lower interest rates. Not Kevin, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Gardenverse. And hello, X30432PH, and Rory Bell, hello. Yeah, I think that I think student loans might be like one of the lower interest rates, so but you gotta, don't take my word for that. Oh yeah, so the other thing with the looking for an apartment that's annoying is like I gotta look into my credit and stuff. And you know, I don't have a pay stub or anything, so that's also annoying. But anyway, it'll be okay. No, it's all built in here. It's all built in. It's all built inside here. Oh, it's weird. Yeah, I have no idea what my credit is. I've been in the same apartment for like 4 years now, so I have no idea. I might have to just be like, call my landlord. She can tell you that I've paid on time almost every month. Yeah, LaCroix is on sale again. Well, if I drank anything else other than water as much as I drank LaCroix, it'd be really bad for me. And yes, since you brought it up, I am trying to cut. Let's see, Mandela controller 2. So yeah, what I'm trying to do here is set up the I hope so. I hope it's good. We will see. We will see. What the fuck? At the supermarket. It's nothing fancy. It's just sparkling water with a bit of flavoring. But it was on sale, like 12 cans for $3. So I just like the texture. Let's see here. Oh, actually, looks like this was right after all. Oh, wait a minute. Huh. Huh, what the hell, I was right. Yeah. Minus 180, 180, minus 270. Excuse me. Minus 180, 182, minus 270. Best flavor, lemon's pretty good. Well, they all, I think though, I can tell you the bad flavor, which is coconut infused. Don't get that. So. Where are you? You can probably get it online as well. Oh, come on. Oh, wait, so here, Mandela, 0, orange, supply. Oh, yeah. You guys probably have better brands of sparkling water. You guys have sparkling iced tea. I saw that when I was in the Netherlands last year. We don't have that here in the U.S. It's so good. I remember that stuff because I spent my last €4 on 2 bottles of sparkling iced tea at the airport. I had to spend it. This is minus 180, minus 180, minus 270, 90. Minus 180, minus 270. Minus 180, minus 270, 90. Yeah. Let's see here, move this guy up. Alright, that should be good. So, red, orange, apply. Alright, so this is done. Okay, now let's make, alright, so, save, so basically what I'm doing right now is, this is the setup for, this is the setup for the world shrinking mechanic. Does this really need to be this wide? I feel like... Oh. Oops. So what you're doing right now? You should be streaming yourself making dubstep. Yeah, so let me show you guys this GIF of what I'm trying to do. So you have the ability to shrink down into smaller worlds. And the way it's set up, I don't actually know if you can see it here, but yeah, you can see that there's like a tiny version of the world that you're shrinking down into. That's not the best one actually. But anyway, so I need to have, and there's like this really cool room effect. Let me see this. Let's see. Huh. Well, it turns out my GIF naming system is not the best system. What is it called? Hallway? Oh, whatever. Ah, here we go. Infinite mirrors here. So, it actually, this is the... No, wait. These are both named Inception effects. So, you know, when you're inside, you can have this, like, infinite mirror effect. So that's combined with the world shrinking. And the way that is done, I've only made one. This is, well, I've not made a single game yet. This is still my first game. So the way we do that effect is there's another world that goes into here. So there's 4 rooms in this one scene, and each room has 3 portals. So this is the portal that's going out, right? And then there are 2 portals here and here. So like there's one portal here, there's one portal, and then this portal goes out. So this is actually taking you to another level. Then you come inside, and then we have the mirror hallway, and there's 4 rooms, so that it looks like from the other, like it all looks like it's happening in the same scene, but really we're sending you between two scenes, and then in the second scene there's like 4 rooms really far apart with the mirror effect. You can see that that's where like it has these portal connections. Now, so because of this world shrinking infinite hallway effect, we have to do this, and then because of the gravity changing, I have to do 6 versions of these. I have to make them in 6 orientation. Now, you'd think, why don't I just take the world root and flip it around, right? Well, I can't do that because the small models in the game that you shrink into, those need to have the correct orientation for the world. So, for example, like I've made this. This is good. Okay, so right, but this guy, you can see these tiny worlds here. This is not in the correct orientation right now. Anyway, and then I have to kind of prepare them in a very specific way so that I don't accidentally hit apply prefab and undo all the work I did earlier. So you can see in the Mandela prefabs, I have Mandela controller 0, Mandela controller green, orange, red, yellow. You know, there might be an easier way to do this, but this is what I came up with. So this is like 80% of the work I have to do for Manifold Garden right now. Well, I could write a script, but it only gets used 6 times, and then it's kind of not right. It's like if you want a tool, you better be using it a lot. The other thing is that I still have to go in and figure out you can't just change your orientation, it gets moved around, so you do have to like play around with the setup. Between getting everything set up and also I haven't quite figured out the right set of steps to do yet. So anyway, I'd say between all that, it's easy. Sometimes it's easier to do stuff manually, like in this case. But yeah, because the thing with tools is you have to have like a pretty good idea of the sequence of steps that are involved, and then you can do that. And I would, but in this case, it's like I'm not even sure if I'm setting it up the right way. But I also can't really test until I've got one version done. Oh, just what I was doing. Hey, Alex Perth, this is there's a really cool mechanic in the game. You can go inside. There's like every level, or not every level, but a bunch of the levels have this very special room that you can enter from like 4 different doors, and the inside of the room is like an infinite hallway. And inside there you can shrink down into smaller versions of the world. And right now I'm just setting it up. And I was just saying that it's like a huge pain in the butt. Yeah, and it's a pain in the butt, and I have to do it 6 different times because of the 6 different gravities. So don't. Yeah, if you're making a game, I would just pick one gravity and stick with that. One gravity is hard enough to deal with. It is. You basically, after a while, you just get a lot better at organizing it. So it's a lot of inheritances, like all the cubes. There's like a bunch of different types of cubes with a bunch of different gravity, but they all inherit from a base class gravity, and it's a lot. It's a little easier now that I've locked down the mechanics, right? So at this point, I do know. You know, it's like we've finalized. Okay, these are all the mechanics. There's nothing else, and we can start making changes and locking stuff down. And that gets a lot easier. The hard part is in the middle when the game is getting complicated, but you still don't know all the mechanics that are involved, and then it's annoying because when you're coding, you kind of have to like leave some stuff in case you change it. And you like have all these different options, and now I've gotten rid of that. So yeah, yeah, but sometimes you don't know what you're making and you're still prototyping in the midst of development. That gets annoying. 180 minus 90. Yeah, I don't even know if gravity manipulation is sort of the point of the game anymore. You know? That's one thing. I feel like it's moved it's moved away from the roots a lot. Whew. Hmm. Oh, wait a minute. You just done this. Minus 90. Minus 90. Zero minus 90. 0 minus 90. Here. 0 minus 90. Actually, I think I just realized how I can make a tool, but now it's too late. That was dumb. So sometimes with this stuff, it's easier when you're not the guy. Like, I bet this is one of those things where if somebody else had looked at it, they would have figured out a solution right away. But because I've been working on this for so long, I just couldn't see it. Oh well. Yeah, basically I realized I can take this whole thing out and I would get the right orientation. 180, 90, 0, 180, 90. Our life. I will do that. This is the last guy. I am going to take a break after this. My brain is kind of fried. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Alright, I'm gonna take a break, get some food, I'm gonna come back and we're gonna start setting up the Mandela worlds for all the levels. So there's 16 levels that have them, which means I gotta go and create. So the way it works is, so for example, we got a world 043. If it's got the fast travel system, it's got the Mandela world connected to it. So see, that's Mandela world purple. So that's a generic one. They're all the same. So players can kind of recognize this spot, but what I have to do is I have to name it. It's gonna have the same render layer as the main one. We have to connect up all the portals. So that's also a big big thing to do, but just gotta make a list and do it. I find with this kind of stuff, which is super boring and tedious, best thing to do is just take lots of breaks. I also got so show you guys what I'm using is. So let me print this off, and yeah, tedious is the worst. But so I just like get some food, watch an episode of King of the Hill, come back, and at least that keeps me from being totally burned out. Like I try to make the process at least kind of fun. It's like, hey, I'm not working on this game, I'm watching King of the Hill. So anyway, I've got this is a map of the game as it's laid out, and it's got all the spots where these levels exist. So I think currently the only one that's been done is World 043. So I'll cross that off. And afterwards what we'll do is we will come back and we'll start going through them. We got 15 levels to set up. Huge pain in the butt. But c'est la vie. Hey, TGI Friday, you actually just caught me. I'm about to go on a break. Just kind of doing a lot of tedious final level connections, portal connections set up. So taking plenty of breaks. Anyway, I will see you guys later.